On the news note has effectively come to make headlines for the Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties. You're auditioning the voice of Michael Ayele, though I not go by W. You may call me W. I am making this recording in response to accusations that have been made by California State University, Fullerton. The story has been somewhat trending about me, which is the reason why I've decided to make this recording. I would like to take this opportunity to provide my listeners with background information about the circumstances surrounding the manner in which the story has come to trend about me. 2 months ago, on February 2021, I decided to file a PRA request, that is a Public Records Act request, pursuant to the Jeanne Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Crime Statistics Act. For those of you who may not be familiar with what that is, the Jeanne Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy Campus Crime Statistics Act was passed following the rape and murder of Jeanne Clery at the campus of Lehigh University, located in the state of Pennsylvania, on April 1986. Jeanne Clery was raped and murdered by a fellow student who also used to attend Lehigh University. The name of the student is Joseph Henry. It's a matter of public record in the state of Pennsylvania. Joseph Henry has been found guilty of having raped and murdered Jeanne Clery. He's not serving life without the possibility of parole in the state of Pennsylvania. As a direct consequence of Jeanne Clery's death, college and university campuses throughout the United States of America are required to publish an annual security and fire report detailing the crimes that occur on or around their campuses. At the time, I had contacted California State University. I had done so after having read their annual security report. Within a week after I had contacted a segment of California State University, employees and legal representatives thereof informed everyone they could possibly reach on their website, their social network, Facebook, Twitter, that I had sent them PDF attachments containing malware. And so this is how this story has come to be trending about me. I filed a Records Act request. They in turn say to the world via on their website, their social network, Facebook, Twitter, and whatever, that I've sent them PDF attachments containing malware, and suddenly the story has come to be trending about me. And so I'm responding to those allegations. The allegations made by California State University are completely false because the United States Department of Education has jurisdictions over Title IX funding provided to institutions of post-secondary education. I have decided to file a complaint against California State University with them. For your information, the Department of Education have disclosed completely redacted records about the time spent by Jeanne Clery as a freshman student of Lehigh University. And so this records request has previously been reviewed by the Department of Education. They haven't accused me of having sent them malicious software, and yet California State University has. And so part of the reason I filed this complaint with the DoED, with the Department of Education, is for that reason. Except California State University, no other accusations of the nature California State University have levied been made about me. As of this writing, I'm exploring my legal options, and I have personally now ruled out filing a complaint with the judicial branch of the United States government seeking monetary damages for the emotional distress they have caused me. I specifically made the 12 requests for prompt disclosure to California State University. I had asked that they make available documents detailing formal and informal ties existing between their offices, the Department of Education, the Department of Justice, and Lehigh University, the time, the place, and the manner in which they were first informed about the brutal rape and murder of Jeanne Clery. Their communications in the form of emails and postal correspondence about the manner in which high school and undergraduate students are being taught and informed about the requirement of the Jeanne Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy, Campus Crime Statistics Act. Their communications in the form of emails and postal correspondence about Jeanne Clery's time as a student of Lehigh University. Receipt of all concerns and complaints that were filed with their offices pertaining to Donald Trump having been invited to speak at the graduation ceremony of Lehigh University, class of 1988, 2 years after the brutal rape and murder of Jeanne Clery. Receipt of all concerns and complaints that were filed with their offices about Donald Trump having been invited to speak at the graduation ceremony of Lehigh University, class of 1988, 15 years after the Department of Justice charged his real estate company of maliciously excluding blacks and African Americans as customers. Receipt of all concerns and complaints that were filed by people of the United States of America with their offices about Donald Trump having advocated for the reinstatement of the death penalty in the state of New York following the much publicized incident in Central Park in the spring of 1989. Their communications in the form of emails and postal correspondence about Donald Trump having endorsed the reinstatement of the death penalty in the state of New York following the much publicized incident at Central Park in the spring of 1989. Their communication to former females and postal correspondents about Donald Trump's failure to be respectful of affirmative and effective consent in his sexual relationship with females. Their communications to the former females and postal correspondents about Kelly McCoy petition on change.org, calling for Donald Trump honorary degree to be rescinded. Their communications to former females and postal correspondents about the motion put forward by faculty members of Yale University, calling upon the honorary degree awarded to Donald Trump to be rescinded. Their communications to the former females and postal correspondents about Yale University, rescinding Donald Trump's honorary degree for his participation in the District of Columbia Dirksen Senate Office Building riot dated January 6, 2021. And so these are the documents I had requested California State University to promptly disclose. On the same day I had filed this request with them, I had also filed it with the Los Angeles Mayor's Office, the Los Angeles County Council, the Los Angeles County Public Library, among other public entities in the state of California who process a records request. The Los Angeles County Council, the Los Angeles Public Library, the Mayor's Office, said they had no responsive records, but they have never accused me of having sent them malicious attachments containing malware. I have previously scanned the document I had sent to California State University, and the scan came out clean. I regularly perform virus scans on my computer system, in part because of the large amount of correspondence I'm in receipt of. I've performed a scan of the files I've sent California State University as previously mentioned. My computer system failed to detect any malware whatsoever. The records request I had previously filed with California State University have also been scanned by parties in no way whatsoever associated to me. If you perform a search of my name on popular search engines such as Google, Bing, and Yahoo, you'll find the records request I had submitted to California State University has been scanned and been deemed clean by others in no way whatsoever associated to me. And so the file I have sent to California State University is the same I have sent to the Los Angeles County Public Library, the Los Angeles County Council, the Los Angeles Mayor. And it has been scanned by others in no way whatsoever associated to me, and it has been deemed clean by them. And so if you perform a search of my name, you will find this. That others have performed a scan without my knowledge and published it on these websites, that the file is clean. And so I don't know what that does to the credibility of California State University. I think what California State University have taken issue with is the nature of the request I have submitted with them. If you are or were a freshman student at a college or university, and the first thing you were informed of in an academic setting is about the rape and murder of a Caucasian man by black women, for Caucasian women, I mean by black men, and you thought something's off here, something's not right, I urge you to trust your instinct, because there's indeed something very wrong beyond the obvious fact that a man raped and murdered a woman. 2 years after the rape and murder of Jeanne and Clery, which occurred in 1986, there goes Lehigh University inviting Donald Trump to speak at the graduation ceremony of class of 1988. Donald Trump was, at the time he was invited, accused of having failed to be respectful of affirmative and effective consent, accused of having maliciously excluded blacks and African Americans as customers from his real estate business. And so this is the type of person Lehigh University chose to invite. And so if the first thing you are being informed as a freshman is about the rape and murder of Jeanne and Clery, and the other fails to mention this, hey, 2 years later, Donald Trump is being invited at Lehigh University to speak at the graduation ceremony, I think there's something off there. There's something not right, and you should trust your gut that the information incoming to you from your academic institution is not intellectually completely honest, and so that is that I believe that is what California State University has taken issue with, because I have sent them no malware. The The file I have sent them has been scanned by others, and even in the state of California, nobody else other than them has accused me of making, of having sent them like a file with containing malware. And so that's so. If you are a freshman student, and the first thing you are being informed in an academic setting is about the rape and murder of Jeanne and Clery, and the other doesn't say, hey, 3 years after the rape and murder of Jeanne and Clery, Donald Trump is advocating for the reinstatement of the death penalty in the state of New York. I don't think that is intellectually honest too, in what happened in that time period of American history, of recent American history. And so, as the founding member of the Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties, excuse me. And so, the Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties has acknowledged the existence of institutionalized chauvinism, discrimination, misogyny, racism, and sexism. The Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties also recognizes that California State University is part of the systemic and ugly problem that has faced the United States of America for centuries. The Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties strongly encourages prospective college and university students to think long and hard before submitting their application to study at California State University if they desire to bring a positive change and be part of the solution, because right now California State University is very much part of the problem. The Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties regrets California State University's efforts to steer controversy and create negative publicity for the Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties, because that is what they have engaged in. It is the opinion of the Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties that a segment of California State University employees and legal representatives have been extremely careless, irresponsible, and negligent for failing to report and coordinate with the Department of Education a records request dealing with the requirements of the Jeanne and Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Crime Statistics Act. If the other in a post-secondary education institution is the receipt of a records request pursuant to the Jeanne Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Security if the Jeanne Clery Disclosure of Campus Security Policy and Campus Crime Statistics Act, and the other believes that the records request contains malware attachments and they don't report it to the Department of Education, I don't know what that says about the institution of post-secondary. I don't know what that says about the post-secondary academic institution. And so I believe it constitutes, in my opinion, racketeering. They published this on their website without contacting the Department of Education. And so for me, that is behavior constituting very much racketeering behavior, fraudulent behavior. And so I regret, the Association for the Advancement of Civil Liberties regrets the existence of any links and connections to California State University, as they are unfortunate. You can read supporting documents in the description link below. Have a good day.